All right, welcome back again. So Igbo Forest. So please welcome back to my market analysis again. So please, if this is your first time of coming across my video or like you've been on this channel before, you're welcome again. So please do me a favor, drop a comment, like, and at least to help grow the channel. So without wasting much of time, I want to briefly share with you what I'm currently looking on EURUSD. So as usually now, first of all, the first thing when I come to the market, the first thing I want to do is be able to figure out the exact direction the market is pushing to. That from there, I'll be able to scale down gradually to be able to pinpoint exactly where I should be looking to place my entry. So looking at Euro USDC from the higher time frame, so most of the time do top down approach. So we'll start from the higher time frame, we'll gradually scale down to the lower time frame. So we'll kick off the analysis from the weekly time frame. So from the weekly time frame, I already have some few markup. As we gradually scale down, it will become obvious and I will pinpoint why they are there. So without wasting much of time, what you can see here, at least this chart is quite obvious for us to identify where the market is heavily pushing to. So from the look of things, we have this massive spike to the downside, we have this sequence of bearish push to this, and before we have this push to the upside. Now what we have here, we have currently, what we are looking at here is we have this push. We have this push here to this down level. So what we are looking at currently, what I can say here is the market is building bearish momentum to the downside. So since the market is building a bearish momentum to the downside, what we'll be looking for in this market, we'll be working with more of selling. We should be looking for opportunity of selling in this market condition. So how do we identify, since we already know that this market is dropping, there are a few things that I really don't want to, for the sake to keep this video short, there are some things I don't really want to emphasize here, but at least you understand to some level that once you identify the current direction that the market is pushing, from observing the market from the weekly time, what you can see is more like a linear push to the downside. Now in the weekly time, we don't really trade on the weekly time. What we do here is to figure out what direction the strength of the momentum of the market is really pushing to. So as we gradually scale down, what we want to see here is our basic understanding of market structure is what we want to see. We want to see if this market is pushing to the downside, I want to see a form of basic structure like this: a low, a high, a low, a high, a low, a high. Keep on making a consecutive break or structure to the downside. This is a basic market structure. That is what we want to see and look for opportunity to trade. So from the weekly time, frame will never give us a perspective like that. So what we want to do here is to figure out the direction and gradually scale down. Having that, building up that knowledge, you want to scale down to the lower time frame to see if you are going to have a structure more of like that. So all right, so here on the, as we gradually scale down to the, all right, I think this was our weekly map up. This highest level, I think so. Let's see. So what I really want us to focus on here is what is market currently doing. Are we together? I hope we are not missing any track here. So what we want to do, what I want you to observe closely here is from the weekly time frame. What we can observe here is from here on the daily time frame. What we can observe, we have a structure, a swing high here. We have this impulsive push to the downside. We have this high, we have this low before we have this impulsive push to the downside. So what we can see here is we have this push to the downside. We have, before that, we have this impulsive push. We have the push. So the current market push is, now we are looking at opportunity of selling, which is, this is the current market push. Now what we want to do here is we want to be able to identify how the market is usually flowing to the downside, which is the exact market structure. Now as I've said earlier, the market will never flow in a linear path. It moves in structure. So what we can picture here is we have a basic market structure like this. So what we want to identify here on the daily time frame is, what we want to identify here is to be able to figure out the exact structure of the market. So from here, what we can see, we have a push here. This is more like a daily aggressive push to the downside. We have this pullback again before we have this impulsive drop to the downside. Now based on our own approach to the trade, we want to, from the weekly time frame, we want to identify our direction. As once we scale down to the daily time frame, we want to be able to pinpoint our daily swing point. So from the look of things, this starting from this origin here, what we have here, we have this push here. We had a break of structure at this level. Yeah. So what I want to focus on here is this leg, this impulsive leg. This will be our major focus for now first as we gradually scale down. See this impulsive leg, this leg is building structure. We have a break of structure. We have another break of structure here. Another break of structure here. What you can see here, this was the swing high that lead to the break of structure. Pull back. We have this level here. Hold on, sorry. I have this. What we have here, we have this break of structure here. To keep things simple, let me just go straight. We have this break of structure here, but now what you can see here, the most recent swing high that lead to the break of structure was this level here. We have this level here. We have this level. Hold on. So we have this impulsive push to the downside. This was the impulsive leg that led to the break of structure. What do we expect? Once we had a break of structure, what you can see here is we have our, which is we have low, high, low, high, low, high, low. Once we have this low, what do we anticipate? We anticipate a pullback to a significant level before a reversal and a drop to signal a continuation of the market push to the downside. So what we have in here is quite different. Now, observing from the reset, hold on. I hope we are together. We are not losing track here. So, I said what we want to focus here is the current market drop, this daily range. So, what we have the high here, we have the drop here. So, what we have here, let me see. Hold on. Let me remove this. So our focus will be on this impulsive leg. We have this drop here. We have this push high, this impulsive drop. And what do we expect? Once we add a break or structure to the downside, what do we expect? We expect a retracement to a significant level. Now, most of the time, if you've been watching my video now, I expect a pullback to the level of demand or whatever level. Like we look for once the market retreats, like form of pushback, we look for a correction and a drop. Now, what do we have here? We have this push to this side, which is not more like it's not really giving us any aggressive push to the outside, but whatever it pushed to this level. And what we have currently now is pushing to the downside. What do we expect? Once the price push up, what do we expect? We expect a break of structure to the downside. And what we have here currently now, the market is still pushing, it's still within the daily trading range. So we are somewhere around this level. So now we already know that the markets, we are looking for opportunity to sell. Now, how do we sell? We sell when the market push up, which is retracement. The retracement, like once it's about to correct itself at this level. Hold on. So please, now this is our daily trading range. This is our high, this is our low. So what we expect? Once we have this we have a break or short, we expect a retracement. Once this price once the market retraces to the level, the moment it's about to correct, this is where we should be looking for opportunity to sell the market. Hold on, together. This way we should be looking from the daily structural view. This way we're supposed to look for opportunity to sell. Now currently the market is not at that current level. The market has already pushed down from that level, this level here. So what are we going to do here? Are we going to wait till the market drop, break down, or push back, or we're going to look for a continuation of this push, impulsive push, will take a trend, like take a continuation trend to the downside. So that's what we're going to figure out here. So at this point, we have already mapped our daily trading. The next thing we want to do here is we want to scale down to the lower time frame here. So we go to the 4 hour. Alright, please bear with me now. What you can see here, this was now current focus will be on our daily trading range. Now we don't really have a neat pullback here after a break of structure. Now this was the hold on. I know this is not really. Now because this was the high that led to the break of structure. This was more like the daily trading range. Now we scale down to the 4 hour. Most of the time in my analysis, what I want to do here, from the 4 hour time frame, the 4 hour time frame is where I pick my key major level, which I look for my entry. Now what we have here, after a drop and a positive drop, what we anticipate for a pullback, which is this. We anticipate for a pullback to a significant level, whatever form. Now this pushback is not really as neat as we can expect. It's really rough, but regardless, we still have a pullback. And once we had a pullback here, this was the level it get to. And once you get to this level, what we are expected to do, whether you get to a demand level or whether you get to at this point, since it's a downtrend, we are selling from level of supply. So you don't really push to a 4 hour supply zone before it reverses. So what we are expected to do in this market, now the market has already pushed. You don't really get to this top here. So currently stop from here and it's dropping. And we already know that the market is already pushing to the downside. What are we going to do? Are we going to take a sell from any of this level, or we are going to wait till the market break down, push back again before we take trade? So what we are going to do here is, since we are on the 4 hour time frame, we can still look for opportunity to take a continuation trade to the downside. So what we can see here is, since this was a swing high, the swing high we expected to take, now we already had a positive drop to the downside. So we have, what we can see here is, market is already building bearish push to the downside. You probably can see push here before drop. So what we are going to do here is, what I'm looking at in this market, we are going to take if the market present opportunity, we are going to take a continuation trade to the downside. So what we can see here, since the market push reverse from the high, what we see here, we have some few level of supply here. We have this level here, which is unmitigated level. We have this level here. We have this level here. But now what you can see here is, this level is already mitigated. We have a push to this level. What other level here again? We have this level here again. So what else again? We have this level here. So what we are going to do here is, according to this market, this will be our major focus. Hold on. This will be our major focus. This leg will be our major focus. What we'll be looking for is to look for opportunity to take a continuation to the downside. But before we can take entry, we need to clearly pinpoint our level of supply. So from here, let's scale down to the lower time frame at least. So if you can try to find the zone here, what we have here, we have this. We have this zone here. I can remove this, since this level is already mitigated. I can remove this level here. Can switch to at least. So hold on. So without wasting much of our time, I just want to brief you on this, what I'm currently looking at. So we have this level already. So what I'm looking at here is, since you have the level of, I think we still have a level of supply here. So what I'm going to do here, the market is quite pushing to the retracing, but what overall push is to the downside, which is a continuation. Overall push to the downside. So what we're expecting now, the market is at least having a slight push to the retracing a bit. So what we're expecting now from the market, now I can't really tell if the market is going to push all the way to this level, but we should be looking at here and here, this 3 zone. So what I would love if market can pull back to this level here, because I can see that if the market put here, can be taken as form of liquidity or sweep this place, tap to this zone, but we are going to still closely examine this zone. If we present opportunity, we look for confirmation before we can go for the sell from this level. Wait for confirmation. If we present confirmation, we'll sell from this level, or we'll wait for price. If it break above to this level, we'll look for a sell. So but we're looking if it give us opportunity to reach this level. So I think we'll be selling from this. Hold on. I think take our sell from this level. Expect the market to drop, so we should be looking at this level. I think that's for all now. Peace out. Thank you very much.